Thinking Game Podcast. This is Mike. We got Peel, we got Jay, and we got a special guest from the DFW. Once lived in Little Rock. We actually was in class together. My boy Mike. Two Mikes on the podcast. Mike and Mike, Peel and Jay. 80 grand a year or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Something
be real. A lot of that come from our upbringing, though.
Man.
For sure. Yeah.
I'll tell you why. Because I'm going to be real. And that's what I noticed about living here and being around other coaches and how they move.
Yeah.
They give their kids a plan of what you're doing. Like, they parents straight up tell them, you either going to school to be a doctor or engineer. Ain't nothing else. I ain't paying for nothing.
The Nigerians, let me tell you something.
No, for real. And what it does,
set up.
You go to school to be a doctor.
Yeah, it creates a culture. And that culture is this is the bottom line, and this is all we're gonna do. You can go be a chef in your free time. You can pay for that after you a doctor. Straight up.
I say it all the time.
Yeah, I'm telling my kids straight up. You're going to be a doctor, lawyer, engineer, or you can learn a trade. Other than that, I ain't paying for nothing else. You go figure that out. Like I told my son, but I teach my son everything I know about real estate.
Right.
Teach him everything. Now he can, when he older, whatever else, he can get one of those degrees, and then if you want to be a YouTuber, go do it.
Right. For sure.
Yeah, it's easier to chase your dreams on a full stomach. You know what I mean? Like if you want, you got to eat first. You know what I mean? I always tell people that. I know so many PhDs in music. You know what I mean? Like,
man,
what are you doing? I mean, and they're like working 9 to 5. You make $35,000 with a PhD. You know, I mean, I'm not saying they're wrong. Hey, that's your dream. You know, chase it. But you know, Mike, you're talking about like, hey, if I would have known these things, knowledge and experience just don't appear. So you cannot feel guilty about not taking those opportunities when you were 19, 20, and you just didn't know that. And it's no way.
I don't feel guilty. I just say that to the young people.
That experience.
Yeah, I just tell the young people that so they can understand, like, just because you don't know it, I can give you the insight so you can know it. And if you want to make a better decision, it's up to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being transparent about how I was when I was younger, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes your focus is in the wrong place. My focus was on cars, girls, and money, you know what I'm saying? And that's where my focus was. It shouldn't have been there, but it's where it was. You know what I'm saying? So
like you try not to blame parents because they did the best they could with what they had. And like I say, what I learned a lot of bad stuff, but I learned a lot of good stuff too. Like I didn't know my dad didn't teach me how to change a tire, whatever. My grandpa did.
Right.
My grandpa
and I
did.
think me and Nick talk about this all the time. Learning about your parents from an objective standpoint, where you look at the whole canvas and not judge, but learn what not to do based on what happened before you. You know what I'm saying? That if you can do that, you know what I'm saying? Because like I say, people be talking about history and stuff. Like, listen, man, most people don't even know how far their family history go back. And then if they did, it'll probably break your heart, some of the stuff that happened in your family. You know what I'm saying?
You hit it on the head. Like when they say history, I tell people too, when I say history, I'm talking about some people be like, they know all this history, but don't know who their grandma is. Like the history you need to go figure out. Because that's your DNA. That's what's running through you. The decisions they made, them probably the same decisions you're gonna make if you're on the world. Because that's a huge man.
Yeah,
like knowing your dad, what your dad made, what mistake your mom made, and then what good did they do, and adding that, and then seeing what you can take and seeing what you can put away.
Yeah.